Ever wondered what it would feel like to step into a world where every choice you make changes the course of history? Isometric RPGs offer immersive worlds, tactical combat, and stories that'll keep you hooked for hours. Let's explore 18 games you absolutely need to experience before they slip off your radar. Number 1. Baldur's Gate Satz 2, Shadows of Aeon. Baldur's Gate 2 is a classic Dungeons & Dragons (D&D)-based RPG featuring real-time with pause combat. Players control a party of adventurers, customizing their skills, spells, and tactics to take on challenging battles. The game allows for deep character progression with multi-classing and a wide range of abilities. Combat is highly strategic, requiring players to pause and issue commands frequently to optimize positioning, spellcasting, and attacks. The world of AMN is vast, filled with cities, dungeons, and wilderness areas to explore. Quests are rich with choices, often leading to different outcomes based on player decisions. Party interactions play a big role, with companions having personal stories, romances, and conflicts. With hundreds of hours of content, Baldur's Gate 2 remains one of the deepest isometric RPGs ever made. Number 2. Planescape Torment. Torment prioritizes narrative depth over traditional combat, offering one of the best-written stories in gaming history. Players control the Nameless One, an immortal character who must uncover his past through deep, branching dialogue. The game has a unique approach to problem-solving, allowing players to avoid most combat through persuasion, deception, or clever choices. Combat uses a real-time with pause system, though it is less emphasized than in other Infinity Engine games. Character progression focuses heavily on dialogue and role-playing choices rather than brute force. The bizarre philosophical world of Sigil and its diverse cast make Planescape Torment a one-of-a-kind RPG experience. Number 3. Disco Elysium. Disco Elysium is an entirely dialogue-driven RPG with no traditional combat system. Instead, it uses a deep skill check system based on 24 different abilities that influence interactions, thoughts, and even the protagonist's mental state. Players take on the role of a detective solving a murder mystery, with every decision shaping the story in unexpected ways. The gameplay revolves around exploring the city of Revachol, engaging in deep philosophical discussions, and making moral choices that define the protagonist's personality. Skill checks determine success in interrogations, investigations, and personal introspection, making character builds highly impactful. With its rich writing, humor, and political undertones, Disco Elysium redefines the isometric RPG genre. Number 4. Divinity Original Sin. Divinity Original Sin 2 features turn-based tactical combat with an emphasis on elemental interactions. Fire can burn oil spills, water can conduct electricity, and poison can be set ablaze. This creates a dynamic battlefield where strategic positioning and creative spell combinations are key. The game allows for deep character customization with various classes, races, and origin stories. Exploration is open-ended, with a focus on player freedom. Quests have multiple solutions, and dialogue choices significantly impact the world. The game also offers cooperative multiplayer, allowing up to 4 players to experience the story together. With its complex mechanics and engaging combat, Divinity Original Sin 2 is one of the most acclaimed isometric RPGs of all time. Number 5. Baldur's Gate News 3rd. Baldur's Gate 3rd modernizes the classic series with turn-based combat instead of real-time with pause. Built on the D&D 5th edition rule set, it offers tactical depth, including advantage mechanics, environmental interactions, and flexible spellcasting. Players can shove enemies off cliffs, ignite flammable surfaces, or manipulate the battlefield to gain the upper hand. Exploration is highly immersive, featuring rich, reactive storytelling. Dialogue choices impact relationships, quests, and even world events. The game supports both solo and multiplayer co-op, allowing friends to adventure together. With its branching narratives, deep customization, and cinematic presentation, Baldur's Gate 3 is a massive leap forward for isometric RPGs. Number 6. Pillars of Eternity. Pillars of Eternity is a spiritual successor to Baldur's Gate, featuring real-time with pause combat and deep party-based strategy. Players create a custom character and recruit unique companions, each with personal quests and moral dilemmas. The game offers multiple difficulty levels, including a hardcore mode where character deaths are permanent. The world of Eora is rich with lore, offering a mix of traditional fantasy and unique soul-based mechanics that influence character interactions. Dialogue choices matter significantly, affecting relationships and quest outcomes. Exploration is rewarding, with hidden dungeons, challenging encounters, and countless ways to tackle objectives based on playstyle. Number 7. Pillars of Eternity 2. Deadfire. Deadfire builds upon its predecessor with improved mechanics and an open-world ship-based exploration system. Players captain a customizable vessel, sailing between islands filled with unique factions, quests, and conflicts. Combat remains real-time with pause, but offers a new turn-based mode for tactical play. The game introduces expanded role-playing options, allowing players to deeply influence political alliances and regional power struggles. Ship battles add an extra layer of strategy, requiring resource management and crew development. With multiple endings, deep customization, and refined mechanics, Deadfire is an excellent follow-up to the original. Number 8. Wasteland 3. Wasteland 3 delivers squad-based, turn-based combat with a focus on strategic positioning, cover mechanics, and environmental hazards. Players control a team of rangers in post-apocalyptic Colorado, making choices that shape faction alliances and story outcomes. Each character has unique perks, abilities, and combat styles. Outside of combat, players engage in deep role-playing mechanics, with dialogue choices affecting the world and NPC relationships. Resource management is critical, as decisions about supplies, weapons, and upgrades impact survival. Co-op multiplayer allows two players to explore and shape the story together, making for a highly replayable experience. Number 9. Wasteland 2. Wasteland 2 is the predecessor to Wasteland 3 and features classic turn-based combat with an emphasis on character customization. Players build a squad of desert rangers, each with specialized skills that determine success in combat, hacking, diplomacy, and exploration. Battles require careful positioning and cover usage. The game's world is a harsh, post-apocalyptic wasteland where decisions have long-term consequences. NPCs remember past choices, and factions react dynamically to the player's actions. The game offers a wide range of approaches to solving problems, from brute force to clever negotiation, making every playthrough unique. Number 10. Pathfinder: Wrath of the Righteous. Pathfinder: Wrath of the Righteous offers both real-time with pause and turn-based combat modes, allowing players to choose their preferred playstyle. Based on the Pathfinder tabletop RPG, it features deep character customization with hundreds of spells, feats, and classes to experiment with. Mythic paths grant powerful abilities that dramatically alter gameplay. The game world is shaped by player choices, with moral decisions influencing storylines and faction interactions. Large-scale crusade mechanics introduce army management, where players lead troops in strategic battles. Wrath of the Righteous is a highly complex RPG that rewards tactical planning and deep role-playing. Number 11. Pathfinder: Kingmaker. Pathfinder: Kingmaker is a hardcore RPG featuring a mix of real-time with pause and turn-based combat. The game closely follows the Pathfinder tabletop system, offering an extensive range of character customization options. Tactical positioning and ability synergies play a crucial role in battles. A unique feature is the Kingdom Management System, where players establish and rule a nation. Decisions in governance affect the world, influencing factions, economy, and military strength. Kingmaker is known for its high difficulty, requiring careful planning in both combat and kingdom management. Number 12. Icewind Dale. Icewind Dale is a combat-heavy RPG using the Infinity Engine, with real-time with pause battles that demand precise tactics. Players create an entire party from scratch, customizing classes, abilities, and spell selections for optimal synergy. Battles are frequent and often require strategic use of buffs, positioning, and crowd control. Unlike Baldur's Gate, Icewind Dale has a more linear, dungeon-crawling focus, with less emphasis on open-world exploration. The story is driven by environmental storytelling and combat encounters rather than deep NPC interactions. For players who enjoy classic party-based combat with a focus on battle mechanics, Icewind Dale delivers a satisfying experience. Number 13. Icewind Dale Sutton. Icewind Dale 2 refines the formula of its predecessor with a more diverse selection of character classes and an improved combat system. It uses the D&D 3rd edition rules, adding new feats, skills, and tactical possibilities to battles. Players must carefully manage spellcasting, positioning, and resource conservation to survive challenging encounters. The game features a series of well-designed dungeons, each with unique enemies and environmental hazards. Storytelling remains light, with the focus on intense, strategic combat. While it lacks deep, character-driven narratives, Icewind Dale 2 excels in delivering a rewarding, tactical RPG experience. Number 14. Arcanum, of Steamworks and Magic, Obscura. Arcanum blends steampunk and fantasy elements, offering an open-ended RPG experience with both real-time and turn-based combat options. Players create a character who can specialize in magic, technology, or a mix of both, leading to vastly different play styles. The game's world reacts dynamically to character choices, including race, skills, and alignment. Combat involves a variety of approaches, from firearms and mechanical gadgets to traditional spells and melee attacks. Exploration is non-linear, with numerous factions, quests, and dialogue-driven interactions. Despite its rough interface and balance issues, Arcanum remains one of the most unique RPGs ever made. Number 15. Tyranny. Tyranny offers a fresh take on the RPG genre by putting players in the role of a commander serving an evil overlord. The real-time with pause combat system is similar to Pillars of Eternity, requiring careful ability management and party coordination. Magic customization is deep, allowing players to craft their own spell combinations. The world reacts heavily to player choices, with faction allegiances and moral decisions shaping the narrative. Quests often have multiple solutions, and the game encourages replayability by offering vastly different story paths. Tyranny's morally complex setting and fast-paced combat make it a standout RPG. Number 16. Shadowrun Dragonfall. Shadowrun Dragonfall is a turn-based tactical RPG set in a cyberpunk fantasy world. Players control a team of mercenaries with unique abilities using cover, hacking, and spells to outmaneuver enemies. The combat system emphasizes strategic movement and synergy between party members. Outside of combat, players engage in deep role-playing, making choices that influence missions, alliances, and narrative outcomes. Hacking, known as decking, plays a significant role, allowing characters to manipulate security systems and gain advantages in battles. Dragonfall balances strong storytelling with engaging turn-based gameplay. Number 17. Shadowrun, Hong Kong. Shadowrun, Hong Kong refines the mechanics of Dragonfall, offering improved AI, deeper tactical combat, and enhanced customization. Battles require careful use of cover, flanking, and specialized abilities, making encounters highly strategic. Exploration is rich with dialogue-heavy interactions and moral choices that shape the game world. The cyberpunk setting is immersive, with hacking sequences that add an extra layer of strategy. With its refined mechanics and engaging story, Shadowrun, Hong Kong is one of the best entries in the series. Number 18. Neverwinter Nights. Neverwinter Nights is a D&D-based RPG with real-time combat and deep character customization. Players choose from a vast array of classes, spells, and abilities, adapting to different combat scenarios. The game supports both solo and multiplayer play, allowing for co-op adventures and custom campaigns. One of its standout features is the Aurora toolset, which lets players create and share their own stories, effectively making Neverwinter Nights an RPG platform. The base campaign is engaging, but the game truly shines in its community-driven content. Its blend of tactical combat and storytelling makes it a classic. So, which one of these games will you play first? Whether you're in it for the combat, the story, or the world building, there's something here for every RPG lover. Don't forget to hit that like button if you found your next adventure and share your top picks in the comments.